As the name suggests, the victim is still alive while the executioner saws him in half. Some countries prefer to cut their victim through the waist, separating their head from their toes. However, some countries prefer to hang their victims upside down and then saw from their groin towards their head. The reason for this is that the blood would rush to the victim's head and they would last much longer. The executioner would then saw the body completely in half. If they wanted to prolong the agony, they would only saw halfway up the body.
Particularly popular with Vlad the Impaler. In 15th century Romania, the victim was forced to sit on a sharp and thick pole. When the pole was raised upright, the victim was left to slide down under their own weight. The position of the stake was very important and would often be driven up next to the spine to avoid vital organs. Using careful positioning of the stake, the victim could take up to 3 days to die using this method. It has been said that Vlad once did this to 20,000 people whilst enjoying a meal.
The breaking wheel is also known as the Catherine wheel and the execution wheel. The purpose of this device is to kill the victims extremely slowly, sometimes taking days to eventually die. It was used to perform public executions until about the mid-1800s. The torture involved tying the victim's limbs to the spokes of a large wheel. The executioner would then rotate the wheel and break the victim's limbs using a large iron hammer. At this point, the executioner could inflict a blow to the victim's chest to kill them and relieve the suffering, which was called the corpus de grace or blow of mercy. Since the victim's bones were broken, escape was impossible and the victims would often be raised on a tall pole to die. Death was a very slow process caused by dehydration and being eaten alive by birds and other hungry animals. It has been reported that some victims survived up to 3 days after this process. There is also reports of a serial killer being kept alive for up to 9 days after the process.